First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rokakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. It's how you taste to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawaba from the branch of GMS here in Chicago. Coming right back at you with a little lesson in Salakia. I've been doing a lot of walking, and I'm out here walking. It's a nice day, so forgive me. I'm have to catch my breath a little bit. But I just got through looking at this video from Dabu 7 about the National Guard being deployed over in California. With the ICE and the other bullshit that's going on. And I'm going to sit up here and say, man, that sedition, insurrection, that's getting closer and closer. But we also understand, too, that, hey, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We also understand that sometimes they sit up here and do certain things. And like the beloved elder Malcolm always say, just because they, it's, Salakia, sometimes I do get a loss of words. Just because it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Just because it's staged events doesn't mean, and this might not be a staged event. This might be actually something true, but there are some events that might be staged where he always say, hey, dude, people do get hurt. People do be unalive. But they're going to always use every event they can to bring in and muster in what they say and what they want. That New World Order. So I'm going to sit up here and let Dabu 7 play, and I'm going to get a few scriptures on it. But hey, man, we not ignorant of this damn devil's devices. And we also know what the time is. We also know that this devil is trying to get shit started. Hey, Nero Trump. He's trying. Hey, he's doing a great job, man. He's getting a lot of the nation against nation wars picked up. So with that, man, I'm gonna let this play, and I'm gonna grab a few scriptures.
This is Dabu 7. We have riots erupting in an LA ICE facility as this Mexican BLM clone has unleashed a color revolution operation in the area, hoping to spark a kind of summer of love that took place during 2020 when BLM was burning everything down. Now that BLM has been kicked to the curb by the Democrats, this new Mexican version of the BLM, this Union del Barrio, whose manifesto is filled with explicit Marxist and communist rhetoric. They have been the group picked by the Democrats to be their useful idiots here to start chaos in the streets. You can see here the LAPD in riot gear, using their non-lethal munitions on the crowd. Hence people dispersing. And this looks to have spilled into today as well, as there have been dozens of people arrested connected with this group. Now, something else that's going on that people need to pay attention to is they are stopping people at the border that are coming into California at checkpoints. They're stopping them at checkpoints and they're asking for papers. Papers, please. Sound familiar? These useful idiots and no one else around seems to understand. Even the people on the sideline with their pom-poms, they're thinking, oh, they're rounding up the illegals. This is just like lockdowns when you had to show essential papers. Americans are getting stopped at checkpoints and asked to show identification. That's the truth. That's the fact. All under the guise of them trying to track down these illegals or these people. So as people sit there sharing some of this stuff, it's actually your rights and freedoms getting stripped right in front of your face, but people are too ignorant to even realize what's going on. Now, remember the mask mandates? Well, Trump has come out and said that masks are no longer allowed at protests. So this is the new thing that they pushed into motion, and people just got to be smarter and see that a lot of these things at play are designed to strip us all in all of our freedoms and everything else. Join me on the live streams going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, talking about this and a whole lot more in greater detail.
So y'all heard what Dabu said. And you know what? And that's the stupidity of a lot of people, man. See, you got these motherfucking so-called white people who sit up here and think that this country is for them and that they trying to block out all the illegals and getting rid of all the undesirables and not understanding that all this is just a big picture to sit up here and have control of the masses. That means you goddamn low-level Edomites too. You're too fucking stupid, man. You let your country slip away from you. You know, you did nothing. You're too goddamn soft. You know, it should have already been some type of uprising, but you motherfuckers just sit back and think that Trump is going to sit up here and be a savior. No, he's going to be a downfall, you damn idiots. But with that, man, hey, let me just grab a few scriptures, man, because the first one I just sit up here and quoted, and I think that was from Corinthians, Salakia. It's 2 Corinthians, I believe it's 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Yeah, 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And we understand that all the protests, the National Guard being called out, we understand that, hey, shit is happening. But we also understand that this is just another part of, hey, this damn devil bringing his new world order. You know, we understand that everything that's staged, or whether it's happening for real, or whether it's a staged event, whether you got paid protagonists, whatever the case may be, we understand that all this is that this damn devil is going to use to bring in his goddamn new world order. You know, the Lord is only going to let that fool get so far with it. And with that, let me sit up here. But we warning our people because what? He's talking about the insurrection. He's talking about the checkpoints, which is a big part of the prophecies. But before I get that, let me get 2 Habakkuk. Let me get Habakkuk. My fault. Let me get Habakkuk chapter 2. It says, Habakkuk chapter 2, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And I lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will not tarry. And we're standing on our watch, warning our people, letting you know, hey, these things are going to happen. You got a lot of people that it ain't going to happen in our lifetime. No, it is going to happen in your lifetime. You know, now, I don't know, we don't know exactly when, but we do understand that we're seeing all the signs. And best believe, you know, I highly doubt we got 3 years. You know, we could have 2 years, you know, but I highly doubt that too. You know, but it's the Lord's timetable. But we seeing everything amping up, you know, and it looks like California and New York always the places where they stage these things, where they test this stuff out. So that's like ground zero, where they test all these things out, man, and for it goes worldwide. You know, just like when you look at the other countries, a lot of other things that they test out over there before it comes over here, you know, whether it be China, Venezuela, or whatever the case may be. A lot of these things, man, these are test stages, man, to see what's going to happen, to see what people would do, you know. It's just a matter of time. But hey, these things are going to happen. And we're warning you, you know. We're warning the people. Right now, all we care about is the elect anyway. Fuck everybody else. But everybody's getting warned of what's to come. So with that, man, let me sit up here and go into second Esdras, because that's what I really want to head into. The second Esdras. 15. You know, because what did he say? He talking about the National Guard. You know, all this stuff is ramping up to a big mess. But it says this second Esdras 14, second Esdras 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, and woe means destruction. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, swords in the hand. And what's the modern day sword? The gun. Now, as you see, those people were protesting. They didn't have weapons. You know, the National Guard had them anti-riot weapons where I think they shoot pellets, you know, bean bags and stuff. But the whole point of the matter is, how long you think it's going to be before it turns into the real thing? Before bullets really start flying? You know, it's just a matter of time. All these things are just setting the stage for the big thing, for the big show. And as you see, people are going up against each other. But it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in the power. And like I said before, this is on a small scale. None of these people are using actually weapons. But look, they're sitting up here disregarding the law. They're sitting up here disregarding the authorities because of what's happening. They tired of this shit. And like I said before, how long is it going to be? And right now, he sit up here and said it was so-called Hispanics, you know, Mexicans that's doing this. But it's not going to be, hey, when all hell break loose, everybody's going to be a part of it. Everybody's going to get a part of it in this country. Everybody. The only people that's going to escape anything in this country is the elect. Everybody else is going to be fucking destroyed. The 2/3, the heathen, the fucking Edomites. All of them gonna be destroyed. You know, everybody gonna be a part of the destruction in America. Babylon the Great. Everybody, except for the elect. You know, but before then, you're gonna have sedition. You're gonna have troubles. You're gonna have a lot of goddamn infighting. Whether it be nation against nation, what you call race wars, whether it be the have and the have-nots, the do's and the don'ts, or whatever you want to call it, you're going to have it. The rich and the poor, the authority against the low levels, you know, who you might call peasants, because that's what they look at you as. But here it is. This is the other part he talked about. 2 Esdras 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. And what did he say? They had roadblocks and all sorts of stuff set up where they were checking people's identification while they were coming in. And then guess what? That's going to be on a major scale in a moment. It's happening now. And these are the signs. You know, beginning with the apostles on down, these are the signs they've been warning you about for years now, decades. These things about to ramp up real hard, man. Just a matter of time. People just too stupid. You know? I'm going to stop at 17 because that's really the point I want to grab too, along with 16. You know, that insurrection, not being able to go into a city, and then not being able to go into a city, you're going to have militia out here too. You're going to have other motherfuckers out here, man, stopping people from coming in or going in, man. You know, just in general. You know, but hey, this was short and to the point. I was sitting up here looking at it. I was taking a walk and I was listening to it and I'm like, damn, you know, shit really ramping up, you know. Hey, the times are coming, man. You know what, actually, you know what? Slack brothers. I'm gonna go to 2 Esdras 9. This 2 Esdras 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And there you go, man. You got these, guess what? Uproars of the people. A lot of uproars of the people. That's all you fucking seeing. Uproars of the people. Everywhere. And now it's happening a great deal over here. You know? They sitting up here trying to stop these ICE trucks from taking these illegal, what you would call illegal immigrants. Really, when the true illegal immigrants are you Edomites. But you know, taking people that are actually citizens, and people are getting fed up with it. That insurrection, man, great sedition, all that's about to come, man. And it's about to come quickly. You know, and we can't wait, man. Fuck this place. We tired of it. But with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways, preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and a Baba Ball. And Anyaha Matham, Malakia. Shalom.